Hello everyone, good morning. I like my outfit. Ponchoing up. It's fucking cold. It's actually not that cold out there today, but tundra. Fucking Minnesota. Shit. So I'm gonna do a relationship spread for the sign of Scorpio. And I really honestly try to avoid doing my own sign because sometimes I'm like, fuck man. I don't know if I want to know. And then I get mad about stuff, But it's just life, and I'm not the only Scorpio out there, so I feel like there's probably some other messages that need to be said. So if we do a 7-card spread of how you feel and how they feel, and what brings you together is basically, so 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 5 goes at the bottom. 5, 6, 7. All right. Well, basically what I see is that what brings you two together is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So something isn't moving forward. You guys are like, you guys feel like you're stuck. And how you feel about them is that Page of Pentacles in reverse. So you feel like there's a lot of blocks in the way right now, and it could be dealing with an earth sign because of maybe some advice, or maybe you guys kind of lost sight of, you feel like this other person really doesn't have a plan for you, and you feel like they kind of lost sight of what the plan should be at this point. Then you have the Two of Swords in reverse, which talks about a lot of confusion and indecision, even though you do want to come to some kind of compromise about this. There is a lot of thoughts that come into this because, the Two of Swords is basically in the past. I feel like someone was dealing with more than one person, and they had a head over heart decision, and I feel like now you might have made a choice, or you feel like they made a choice and you don't feel like they chose you. Then you have Judgment in reverse, so that talks about you feel like you made the wrong choice because you feel like they're in denial about how they feel. How they feel, they have the Lovers card in reverse, so this talks about a breakup, or some arguments, or maybe someone is dealing with a divorce, but I feel like this person kind of feels like, you guys used to be at a good level because you used to have that really deep love, and maybe you still do, but someone is dealing with some kind of divorce or some arguments. And then you have the Hermit card, which talks about you could be dealing with a Virgo. Or you are kind of maybe you kind of need to go within, and you are kind of like trying to figure out what you want to do because you see that things aren't really moving forward at this time. Then you have the Ten of Pentacles, which talks about you do want to have a solid stable thing with someone, where you want to be fulfilled and you want to build your legacy with someone and kind of like, build your life together. The bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So someone feels like it's one-sided at this point, and maybe it was one-sided in the past because it's coming up in reverse. So, and then you have the Nine of Pentacles. So you are kind of feeling like this other person is all about themselves. They don't really, or maybe you are about yourself right now, or you feel like this person should be single, or you feel like they're acting like this. They're acting like they're only in it for themselves. Then you have the King of Swords, who is someone who knows what he wants, and he thinks about his thoughts and is very strategic, and he is kind of he thinks about his choice before he makes it, but at the same time he's very intentional and he makes his decision. He knows what the fuck he wants to do. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So maybe you are moving towards, or maybe this earth sign is moving towards you, just at a really slow rate because of things being really out of balance. And the fact that there is still some healing that's going on from the past. And they're in their feelings because of whatever reason. They are thinking a lot, or they're in their head, Then you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which talks about someone who is kind of losing focus of what they want, and they're trying to change how they feel, but they have like a lack of focus, and they're an ambition, so they feel like they need to work on themselves maybe, or they are working on themselves. You have the Three of Cups, which is followed by the Devil. So I don't really see third party, but I feel like at the same time, there is some other shit going on. There is some codependency. There is some jealousy. There is some dysfunction that comes along with this person. And maybe they are talking to more than one person, because three is always a message. So maybe this other person is talking to other people, but at the same time, that is bringing in dysfunction, because that is kind of feeding into some toxic behavior. And I feel like you both know that at this point. It's not unknown knowledge, I definitely see this earth sign who you guys have some history together. There's some air sign things as well showing up. What is some advice for the sign of Scorpio? What do they need to know? Or what is some advice for the sign of Scorpio in this relationship? Some advice for the sign of Scorpio. Anyways, I hope everyone has a good day. I've got to get some shit done. Kind of get out of my house, and I need to go to the doctor, get some antibiotics, get rid of this fucking cold, figure out my life a little bit. Bottom of the deck is a Sun card in reverse, so you guys are both kind of a little bit depressed right now. You feel like things are really delayed, and then you have the Nine of Wands, which talks about keeping and maintaining boundaries. Four of Pentacles in reverse, so someone kind of feels like they don't want to seem like they're vulnerable, and they are kind of on an emotional, like they are emotionally balanced, or they're getting into that point. Then you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, which there are some blocks in the way. And there is someone who does want a long-term investment, but there is some dishonesty going on. There is some unfairness. There could be someone dealing with a Libra. The Knight of Cups in reverse shows up. So someone had some unrealistic feelings in the past about this. Then you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So someone's kind of being cold. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this one-sided keeps showing up. So maybe this person is still really one-sided about kind of thinking about themselves and not the other person, because then the Nine of Pentacles shows up again and the Devil. Yeah, the Star card does show up at the end, you know, of this big pile, but this person is pretty much thinking about themselves right now, to be honest, and they are talking to other people. Then you have the Two of Wands that shows up first. So it's basically talking about you guys are both kind of waiting and you're both trying to make a choice about the situation. You have the Two of Cups in reverse. So I really do feel like this other person is unable to commit, but they are struggling with this. They are trying to do the right thing, but because they're really focused on themselves and other people, they're not planning on committing. Two of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of confusion that goes with this. Even though I feel like you guys both want to come to a compromise, there is a lot of confusion on both sides. Then you have the Empress in reverse, which talks about someone who is really dependent on other people, which maybe is a reason for them talking to more than one person. Six of Wands in reverse. So someone feels like they just want to retreat and give up because there's a major lack of confidence in this relationship right now, and it probably has something to do with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, who is still coming up in the reading. So someone's still dealing with an ex, perhaps, or they might be feeling like they are kind of feeling a little bit like they want to do their own thing for whatever reason. I mean, okay, so the only thing that they really are coming together on is that they want to compromise, but it's like, who's actually compromising? Because this Earth sign is not compromising at all. They're still doing what the fuck they want to do. They do feel bad about it, but it's not changing the behavior. So get your shit together. You really want to be with someone, fucking stop acting like you're single, for one, and otherwise, just leave them alone. Sun card in reverse again. This is some type of delayed gratification. You know, there's some temporary depression, and I feel like it might not be permanent. Okay, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Swords in reverse. Ten of Pentacles talks about it's like, okay, it's fucking so confusing. This, is it like immaturity, or is this person really confused? Yeah, they don't know what to do. Fuck. So they feel like it's over. I feel like because I don't know. Nine of Wands. It's like it's testing their boundaries and their courage, but at the same time, they feel like things are just like coming to an end, and I don't know. The Sun card in reverse talks about some kind of delayed gratification. Now, the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles showing up again talks about how someone feels like they aren't getting anything out of this. They are trying to have patience. I feel like they do want to have this fulfillment with someone. They do want to build up their life with someone, but it's like maybe on their own, you know. And if that's the case, that's something that you need to communicate, because the Ace of Swords in reverse talks about a lot of stress and mental blocks. There is some dishonesty that surrounds this, but at the same time, I feel like this is someone who isn't speaking their truth. So if you want to be by yourself and you don't want to be with other people and you kind of want to work on your own thing, then that's what you need to say, and kind of leave other people alone instead of getting your feelings involved. That's just my honest opinion, because you know, you want a long-term investment with someone, but you're still kind of acting single, you know. Maybe you're trying to build up your money and you're trying to build up your foundation, but you're really not speaking your truth. And that's kind of what I get out of it. So if we were to do some angel oracle, romance angel oracle cards for the sign of Scorpio. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So yeah, you guys probably do have some things that you need to get over, because I don't think that this is a new thing. I feel like you guys have been trying to work through this stuff for a while, and a lot of the same things keep coming up in the reading, so it's like something that isn't going away. These aren't being handled. They're not being dealt with. They're just like, this is what it is, and it's not really moving. There is no compromise that I see, you know. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. You deserve love. You are lovable. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. All right, Scorpios. That's all I have for you. Hope everyone has a good day.